After around 120 hours en road to Vostok, I started noticing something weird about the bandits. They are the only dead bodies you consistently find. No Russian soldiers, no NATO troops, just bandits. And the strange thing is, you find them in places they don't even patrol. Apartments, minefield, even terminal. Whatever happened in Area 5 is slowly killing the people trapped inside of it. And the weirder part is, the bandits don't even really behave like a faction. Most of them roam alone, they aren't marching around like soldiers, they aren't organized patrols, they just feel like random people surviving in the middle of something horrible.
Mikä saa teidät sortumaan väkivaltaan ja laittomuuksiin tällaisina aikoina?
Tässä on ennen kaikkea kyse selviytymisestä, ei mistään muusta. Sillä on vielä mitään menetettävää, mikä vielä sellaisen tapahtuu.
After a while, I started to realize the bandits on Road to Vostok don't really feel evil. They feel like ordinary people who got left behind. After noticing this for long enough, I started paying more attention to how the bandits actually behave. And the first thing I realized is, they don't move like soldiers. Most of them roam completely alone. You rarely ever see actual groups of them unless the Punisher is nearby, to which they will work with him in order to try to kill you. Most of the time other than that, they just wander. Roads, forests, buildings, like isolated people trying to survive inside of the same collapsing zone. And despite that, they never hesitate to shoot at you. The second they see you, you're a threat. Which honestly makes them feel less like enemy AI, and more like paranoid civilians. Because when they don't know you're there, they almost sound normal. Sometimes they sigh to themselves. Sometimes they laugh. Sometimes they just quietly talk while wandering through the zone. And honestly, that might be the strangest part. The bandits in Road to Vostok don't really feel like an organized faction. They feel like random people who adapted to this place faster than anyone else. And the more time you spend around them, the more Area 5 starts feeling less like a war zone, and more like a place where society already collapsed a long time ago. At some point, I had found an official lore interview released by Antti, focused entirely on the bandits inside of Area 5. And the peculiar thing is, the person being interviewed doesn't really sound evil. This interview alone completely changed how I looked at the bandits, because the game never really presents them like organized raiders. Most of them feel like civilians who got trapped inside of something way bigger than themselves. At one point in the interview, the bandit directly blames the evacuation of the border zone. And suddenly, all the dead bandits scattered around the map start feeling different. Because now they don't just feel like enemies. They feel like the result of a structural collapse. What's left of Area 5 is psychologically corrosive. After a while, you stop looking at the bandits like a faction entirely, and they start to feel more like a symptom. Because the second a bandit sees you, there's no hesitation, no warning, no attempt to talk. You're just a threat immediately. And honestly, it makes sense. Area 05 doesn't feel like a place where trust could realistically survive. Everybody is armed, everybody is isolated, and everybody is scavenging for themselves. And the most of the people left alive are probably desperate. Everyone is hiding their face. Balaclavas, hoodies. It's like identity itself has stopped mattering. Or even worse, became dangerous. After a while, you start noticing it happening to yourself too. As a player and as another denizen of Area 05. You learn pretty quickly that if you want to survive, you have to become paranoid. Check every corner. listening to every sound, watching every road, because the moment you become comfortable could be your last. Eventually, you'll stop seeing the paranoia as irrational, and you'll come to realize the people who survive in this place aren't the bravest. They're the ones who slow down and pay attention. The zone doesn't kill you for being paranoid. It kills you when you stop being paranoid. Eventually, you also will stop seeing them as some sort of separate faction. They'll start to feel like people who adapted in the first place. Most of them aren't dressed like soldiers, they don't carry military equipment. Half the time, they just look like random civilians surviving with whatever they could find. And in my opinion, that's probably what makes them unsettling. Not because they feel evil, but because they feel believable. And that's when it hit me. The dead bandits scattered across the zone don't feel like loot drops. They stand as a warning of what eventually happens to everybody trapped here, including you.